Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be seeing the White and White textbook, okay? In chapter 1 about the life, okay? Chapter 1 is the life. So we will be continuing from prokaryotes employ a wide variety of metabolic energy sources. So now let's begin with the class. The nutritional requirements of the prokaryotes are enormously varied. So the nutritional requirement of prokaryotes are enormously varied. Autotrophs, Greek autos means self, trophikos to feed, can synthesize all their cellular constituents from simple molecules such as water, carbon dioxide, ammonia and H2S. So the autotrophs can synthesize their cellular constituents from simple molecules like water, carbon dioxide, ammonia and H2S. Okay. Of course, they need an energy source to do so as well as to power the other functions. So to function their power, they need the energy sources. Okay. Chemolithotrophs, Greek litho, stone, obtain their energy through the oxidation of inorganic compounds such as NH3, H2S and even Fe2+. So if we see the chemolithotrophs, they obtain their energy through oxidation of inorganic compounds, okay, such as NH3, H2S or even Fe2+, right? So 2NH3 plus 4O2 gives rise to HNO3 plus 2H2O. H2S plus O2 gives rise H2SO4. 4FeCO3 plus O2 plus 6H2O gives rise to 4FeOH thrice plus 4CO2. Indeed, studies have revealed the existence of extensive, albeit extremely slow-growing colonies of chemolithotrophs that live as far as 5 kilometers underground and whose aggregate biomass appears to rival that of surface-dwelling organisms. So the studies revealed the existence of extreme slow-growing colonies of a chemolithotrophs. Okay, so they live as far as 5 kilometers underground. Okay, and they aggregate as a biomass and they appear on the surface dwelling organisms. So this is about the chemolithotrophs. The molecular mass of a particle may be expressed in units of daltons. So molecular mass of a particle is expressed in units of a daltons, which are defined as 1 by 12th the mass of a carbon 12 atom. Atomic mass units AMU. Alternatively, this quantity may be expressed in terms of molecular weight. A dimensionless quantity defined as the ratio of the particle mass of 1/12 the mass of a carbon 12 atom and symbolized capital MR for relative molecular mass. In this text, we shall refer to the molecular mass of a particle rather than to the molecular weight. So this is about the molecular mass of a particle. Okay. Photoautotrophs are autotrophs that obtain energy via photosynthesis. So photoautotrophs are autotrophs. So they are obtaining energy through photosynthesis. Okay. A process in which light energy powers the transfer of electrons from inorganic donor to carbon dioxide yielding carbohydrates CH2O(N). So photosynthesis means it is a process where light energy powers is transfer of electrons from inorganic donor to carbon dioxide yielding carbohydrates. Okay. In the most widely form of photosynthesis, the electron donor in the light driven reaction sequence is H2O. So widespread photosynthesis is the electron donor in the light driven reaction sequence is H2O. NCO2 plus NH2O gives rise CH2ON plus NO2. So this process is carried out by a cyanobacteria. Example, the green slimy organisms that grow on the walls of aquariums. Cyanobacteria were formerly known as a blue-green algae, as well as by plants. So cyanobacteria, they are grown on the walls of the aquariums. Okay, green slimy organisms which grow on the walls of aquariums, we will be calling it as a cyanobacteria. And cyanobacteria formerly we will be known as a blue-green algae, as well as by plants also. Okay. This form of photosynthesis is thought to have generated the oxygen in Earth's atmosphere. So this form of photosynthesis is thought to generate oxygen in Earth's atmosphere. Okay. Some species of cyanobacteria have the ability to convert N2 from the atmosphere to organic nitrogen compounds. So here some species of cyanobacteria having the ability to convert nitrogen from atmosphere to organic nitrogen compounds. Okay. This nitrogen fixation capacity gives them the simplest nutritional requirements of all organisms. So the nitrogen fixation capacity gives the simplest nutritional requirements for all organisms. With the exception of their need for small amount of minerals, they can literally live on sunlight and air. So with the exception some small amount of minerals, they are literally living on sunlight and air. Okay, so they are dependent on sunlight and air. In the more primitive form of a photosynthesis, substances such as H2, H2S and thiosulfate or organic compounds are the electron donors in the light-driven reactions such as NCO2 plus 2NH2S gives rise CH2ON plus NH2O plus 2NS. So this is the primitive form of a photosynthesis where the substances of hydrogen, H2S, thiosulfate or organic compounds are donating the electrons in light-driven reactions. Okay. So this is the reaction in the case of the primitive form of a photosynthesis. The purple and the green photosynthetic bacteria. The purple and the green photosynthetic bacteria that carry out these processes occupy such oxygen-free habitats as shallow, muddy ponds in which H2S is generated by rotating organic matter. So if we see the purple and green photosynthetic bacteria, they are carrying out these processes occupying oxygen-free habitats as a shallow muddy ponds in which H2S is generated by rotating organic matter. Okay. Heterotrophs. Greek hetero means other. Obtain energy through the oxidation of an organic compound and hence are ultimately dependent on autotrophs for these substances. So heterotrophs obtain energy through oxidation of organic compounds and they are ultimately dependent on autotrophs. Okay. Obligate aerobes, which include animals, must utilize oxygen, whereas anaerobes employ oxidizing agents such as sulfate reducing bacteria or nitrate denitrifying bacteria. So obligate aerobes is utilizing oxygen. Okay. Anaerobes is employing oxidizing agents such as sulfate or nitrate as their utilization. Okay. Many organisms can particularly metabolize various organic compounds in intramolecular oxidation reduction processes known as fermentation. So many organisms which is particularly metabolizing various organic compounds in intramolecular oxidation reduction processes, we will be knowing it as a fermentation. Okay. Facultative anaerobes such as E. coli can grow in either the presence or absence of the oxygen. So we can grow E. coli the presence or absence of the oxygen. We can call that as a facultative anaerobes. Okay. E. coli is known as a facultative anaerobe. Obligate anaerobes in contrast are positioned by the presence of oxygen. So if we see the obligate anaerobes, they are poisoned by the presence of oxygen. Okay. Obligate anaerobes in contrast are poisoned by the presence of oxygen. Their metabolisms are thought to resemble those of the earliest life forms. So obligate anaerobes are poisoned by the presence of oxygen and their metabolism are thought to be resembled of the earliest life forms. Okay. They are arising over 3.8 billion years ago when Earth atmosphere lacked oxygen. So these obligate anaerobes arose over 3.8 billion years ago when the Earth atmosphere lacked oxygen. At that time, these obligate anaerobes have been poisoned. Okay. At any rate, there are a few organic compounds that cannot be metabolized by some prokaryotic organisms. So few organic compounds, they cannot metabolize some prokaryotic organisms. Okay. Okay friends, that's all for today's class. If you like my video, please kindly like, share and subscribe it with your friends also. In the next class, we will be discussing about the prokaryotic classification. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.